Now that you have a good overview of Storybed itself, about our logic for ongoing and concluded stories, as well as our differentiation between story pages and story blocks, it is time to show you how to create a new story yourself. So on the page for ongoing stories, every registered user has the Create My Own Story button. With it you reach a separate page where you can set the parameters of your story. So some fields are pretty self-explanatory. In the title field, you enter the title of your story. You can also add a subtitle, which I will leave out for now. You can add a picture to your story, which currently will be used on the homepage. If I jump to the homepage quickly, you can see on every story block the image of the respective story. So for my story Apocalypse Town Zombies, I've set this as a standard picture, which will be used for every story block that reaches the front page. Same applies to the other stories. You can also set the language. We primarily support English and German, and the genre. And you have also the option to hold Control on your keyboard to select multiple genres. If it's action, adventure, comedy, or just a comedy, or an action comedy. You can find out more about story modes in our previous videos. Like mentioned there, you have currently the options between classic and adventure. Let's select adventure for now. Next, the close group checkbox. If you are a registered user on the site, you are able to take part in any story as long as it is open for everyone. Every Pathfinder, so to speak the creator of the story, can set story page, and with that the whole story, to closed group. In this mode, only users selected by the Pathfinder are able to post story blocks. In conjunction with the story modes, this opens up some interesting possibilities. Two examples. You can block all other users and be the single author of your story. Other users can still make comments on every story block you create to give valuable input, but you keep the reins on your story. Or you can be the game master of your story and only allow users on it if they apply to you first. For example, this can be done with a character sheet that the game master provides a template of. For the sake of this example, let's add another user to the grid. So currently only I as the Pathfinder of the story, and this user can write the story for the title of your own story. Next comes the teaser field. In here you're free to do whatever you want. You could talk about what you plan to do or what you want to achieve with this story. You could also set up rules or explain how someone could join this story if you have set the writing rights only to specific people. See close group above. If everyone can join by playing one character, what requirements does the character need to fulfill to be eligible for participation, and so on. I would recommend you to always set up a basic scene so people know where to start from, and you should give lots of love for the details. What is this world the characters are living in? Is it our Earth or a special version where magic exists? Where do the characters start? Give your collaborators enough content to pick up from. The next field is a link field. To give you an example, you could enter a link to an FAQ page which explains the story even further. So the link field is just an option for you to have one link prominently placed on your story page. You have additionally the option to enter some links directly into the teaser. Lastly, the status. This one you will need when your story is finished, so you can come back to this story page, edit it, and under status you can set it to concluded, and it will then move automatically from ongoing stories to concluded stories. The revision information field is just a log message possibility for you to make notes about changes you have made to the story page. With that, you can just press save to create your story page, and you can see all the fields that we have entered. So the title of your own story, no subtitle, the different values. And if you go now back in to edit your story page, you can see how some fields are locked now. So some important things. You can't change the title, language or story mode after you have saved your story. The title is so a user can always find the story under the same title, and for the other ones, well, the language hopefully stays always the same, and same goes for the story mode. For all the other fields you can come back anytime and change it. so you're always able to change the subtitle, add or reduce genre and participants, edit your teaser, change the separate link, or set the status of your story to concluded. And that's it. Now you have created the story page, and for this example, only you or another user can write sequels for these stories, hence story blocks. In the next video I will talk about how you can create, edit or delete your story blocks.